Could have made a mess right there.
See the people sign?
Where? Oh, right there.
Yes. You see it turn?
Oh, what about that camera thing?
Comment. Oh, what's that?
And then for Houston, McDaniels comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Patrick Beverly in.
Hey guys, you're my guy. Let's start talking. Who joined?
Lyles out there with Gobert, and it's Freak in at the point. Star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden.
Oh, what's up, guys? We are back with another video. This is not about dance this time. We are talking about our 2K, because I'm legit at 2K16, and this is the only one I'm really good at. So, you know. Hello, Jaden.
Jaden,
can you hear me?
Out to the right wing.
Jaden, can you hear me?
Now, here's Burks, guarded by Harden. Here's Gobert, and stolen by Ariza. Harden with it. Now defended by Gobert. Beverly, the bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to
Jaden, can you hear me?
That's their third straight.
So, as you can see, we are up by 1.
He's checked in for Houston.
And this is good because, you know, I really want to win this.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season,
God
Patrick
dang.
Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds
Jaden,
per game. He's one of the smallest guys
this is
in
going
the
to be a lit game. We don't have no rebounds, but, you know, we're going to have some fun.
Becoming a guy that has
Don't
coaches
listen to him.
trust
He's very
him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations. It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down.
Y'all, I'm trying to really win this game because I'm really, I just don't like the Jazz.
Over in the corner.
Yes, somebody tell Taylor to come on here.
Offensive rebound for the lead, and the layup is up and in. And that's now 6 points.
Bro, I'm so devastated right now.
Quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Gobert, the screen. Off the screen. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really
enjoy my lively
for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason
I'm like,
taking a big point, and he was serviceable. But
Taylor, I said join my live. Taylor, please.
And checking out the stats for Beverly. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it
her dad is actually rich
on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
The Rockets have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. To the middle. Howard dishes to Beverly. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 3 assists now in this one. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Freak. From outside, off the mark. Rockets have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half. Up to this point, going 7 of 14.
Jaden, can't you hear your slow brother?
And fouled hard.
I'm like, whoa.
And for Ariza,
not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
They do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity. Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Exum comes in for Rodney Hood. Freak passes to Booker. He feeds it to Freak. And it falls.
Toilet bowl.
We got that toilet bowl.
Got 4 this quarter.
Oh.
Here's Lawson.
Oh.
8 points for him.
I do not care about that. Grabbing this knife full of wine.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Jesus Christ.
Shot by Ariza. And there's the call on Howard. That's his 5th foul.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last.
He's also making some changes. Rudy Gobert comes in for Booker. And Freak subbed in for Dante Exum.
Soldier boy, so
Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Howard. Harden comes in for Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Marcus Thornton.
Soldier boy,
And that puts them up by 5.
the dance floor.
Brewer is checked in for Ty
Ladies
Lawson.
on film, man. The fellas in the back.
So on the 4 for Houston. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Corey Brewer's out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the...
Yo, who's the other person? Comment. So you got Jay, you got my brother on wire account, and do... Oh, no, there's one person now.
Do your job.
Pino, let me see it. Can you hear me on there?
We got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and it's Beverly missing. It's taken away by Brewer.
It's urgent
We
time
won.
right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here.
All
I
right,
mean, there's no way
guys.
you can get around this. You've got to be able
Oh!
to get baskets here in a short period of time.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you know what?
Bro, we finna win this game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting nobody get in my way. Oh, shoot. Oh! This is my team.
And so both free throws are
Let's
good.
go.
It's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that
Look at James Harden
officially
with the
put
ball
this game
spots.
out of reach.
Yo, we gonna get this dub. We don't take L's.
There's 10 seconds
You
left in
know
the
the
4th.
winner.
Here's Ariza.
Oh, dub, 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 dub. Da, 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 da. Oh, shoot.
Stolen by Harden.
Oh, my God.
Chance here to send it to overtime.
Oh, my God.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean,
I don't care.
hey!
Hey.
Here's Freak. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams in these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Utah. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Alec Burks is out there with Freak. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
And Beverly kicks to Hayes. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean,
And so it's Utah with the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. Derek.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors. He absolutely dominated the overtime period. He personally took responsibility for doing every single thing he needed to do to guarantee that win.
There are a lot of fantastic power forwards in today's NBA, and let me tell you, Derek Favors is right there among them. And there are nights like this when he even stands above that crowd. His offensive game is extremely well-rounded. He's solid all around.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan,
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in an NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And now be ready.
We're here in New York City. What a terrific view of the Manhattan skyline. Live from New York at the home of the Knicks, it's the NBA. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Taking a look at Utah. Try as they might. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And so in the game for the Jazz, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Freak, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. For New York, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract, Clark, last year. A 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
And there's the pass to Afflalo. Here's Anthony. Favors with the rebound.
The defender had the position and the height. Even when you use the fadeaway, it's tough to overcome that.
The shot by Hayward, wide open, can't get it to go. And New York the other way now, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Hayward on the wing. There's Freak. And that one comes up a bit short. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Hornets in Charlotte.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses.
Easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for New York.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
They set the pick. Here's Calderon. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Calderon's got his first points in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one misses. Taking 2 shots. He hits the second. From the line. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Off target from outside.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Well, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
The Knicks have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Calderon. He's tightly guarded. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Seven seconds left in the first quarter. Excellent D there from Freak.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstances.
New group in for the Knicks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Porzingis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Anthony's checked in for Derek Williams. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. So on the floor for Utah, Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Freak is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the 3 slot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets was a big factor. He had 9 points, and it seemed every trip down he would end up at the line. A lot of free throws for him. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Thanks, Doris.
Really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
The drive by Anthony. Gobert with the block. Utah trailing here. The 3-ball. Hayward can hit.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Just 5 to shoot. They grabbed their own miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That puts them in the lead. 8 points for Freak.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
Here's Calderon. That's good. Calderon's got his second bucket of the night. Utah's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Freak dishes to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Freak. Fires the 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Galloway, no good. Hayward, left side. No good from outside. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. It's a tie game in New York. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by.
No, Carmelo, after this first half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first. Kevin Serafin is checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. And it's Williams in for Langston Galloway. Aflalo is out there with Derek Williams. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Serafin in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Ingles. Another miss by Utah. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Aflalo kicks to Anthony. There's a screen from deep. Aflalo kept alive by New York. Out to Anthony. Feeds it to Aflalo. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Aflalo's got 6. The Jazz shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Burks kicks to Freak. Here's Wiles. It's rebounded by New York. Anthony's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Up the floor. Rebound, Utah.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Clark Wiles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
Langston Galloway's checked in for New York. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:27 left here in the third quarter. He dishes it to Aflalo. Here's Galloway. He has 7. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Freak passes to Booker. Tries from 16. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Booker's got his first 2 points of the night. The Knicks leading by 4.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Here's Burks. Nice shot from the wing. Burks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Pass to Wiles. Right wing. Here's Ingles. Covered by Anthony. Freak. Off target from outside. The shot, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Jazz trail by 4. And so in the game for the Jazz, Exum and Hood. Clark, a critical possession right here.
Boy, Kevin, you can just feel the crowd on pins and needles right now.
To tie it up. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. A different look for New York. Lopez comes in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's Porzingis in for Kyle O'Quinn. Poked loose. It's stolen by Gobert. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Out to Hayward. It falls.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Here's Galloway. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
From deep, Williams. No good. And so it's Utah with the win. They seem to relish their role as...
Well, Derek, you guys came into tonight's...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Gordon Hayward.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie, instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
As I was saying, got a real big problem, all this kitty stuff, you evil twin CC.